lesson 36 or week 36, and I'm going down the piano assignment. You know, these don't have to be in order. You can do them in any order. There are 6 different assignments, and that might be overwhelming for your child. So you can use a die, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can roll it. And if it says 5, I would work on the one that is the 5th one on the assignment, which says other piece. In other words, make this a game. And in fact, I'm going to play my scales with my die. It says to play a scale C, G, D, A, E. So I'm going to do one for the right hand or left hand. You could do cards, but I'm going to roll my die. And 2 says to play the G scale, so I'm going to do it with the right hand. Followed by the 1 chord, 5, 7, 1, and then the left hand. Etc. I can do this with every single one, the A, the E, the G, the D. And that's just a nice way to turn it into a game. When they go to the improvisation 4 and 6, I want to talk about this. We're in the key of D major, and we're doing something different than what we've done before. What we're doing is we're going to improvise on what it says the opposite chord. So you may wonder what opposite chord means. Well, let's say we're in the key of D major and I'm improvising on a 1 chord. So here's the 1 chord, and I might be saying they're going to answer using the 5-7 chord, and the CD says to actually set their hand up on the 5-7 chord. So I'm going to go through that one so you can see. And there's also a mistake. So
4 in D major, using 1 and 5-7.
So make sure that they're using this black key for the 5-7. That's still coming, not yet for some, but we don't want to hear this. This is not a member of the 5-7 chord. It's T, Fa, So, and they need to slide in to find it. Left hand, same thing.
I will improvise on a chord and leave time for you to improvise on the opposite chord.
So again, opposite means that if you hear the improvisation and they don't tell you that it's a 1 chord, then they're going to come back with a 5-7 answer. And if they hear a 5-7 chord being improvised, they come back with a 1 chord answer.
I will start with the 1 chord.
So
be prepared to answer with your improvisation on the 5-7.
See how my hand's already set up?
The melody in the right hand.
I got that. And I could use this T, by the way. Here I go.
Improvisation 5 in D major.
D major.
And 5-7. I will improvise on a chord and leave time for you to improvise on the opposite chord.
So we have the same exercise. You'll hear improvisation on 1 chord. You would answer on a 5-7.
The melody is in the right hand in triple meter.
All right, triple meter means they're going to hear something that might sound like this, ba 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 ba, and they should be coming back with the same style.
I will start with
I'll demonstrate. Here I'm set up. Ba 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 ba. Do da dee do dee do, etc. All right, number 6, there's a problem. Listen on what's happening. We're still in D major. 1 and 5-7.
Remember 3 things. Play the melody in the left hand.
Okay.
In triple meter.
That's incorrect. It's going to be in
And
duple
improvise
meter.
on the opposite chord.
And the opposite. That is
I will
correct.
start with the 1 chord.
Here we go. Notice how my pinky's going to move out for the 5-7. All right, now You can do one a day. You can do all three. I mean, we're only talking about 3 minutes. So if they improvise 3 minutes a day, they really will be having a lot of fun with this. And we work down, and the next thing on the list is, I have to go find it. We have a new song, which is Zumm, Gali, 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 Zumm, Gali, Gali. Now, they mentioned there are 2 tracks. The 2 tracks are important. On the first track, you've got the patterns for solfege, where you'll hear her go, bum, 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 and then they have to answer, la, ti, do, ti, la. Don't skip this. This is so important that they hear the sound and then they identify the sound. If they get it wrong, it's okay, because she comes back with the correct. Just listen so you can hear.
Patterns for Zumm, Gali, Gali.
Did you hear they're setting the tone? Whatever it is, I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was an F minor. Let's go listen. Oops. Here it is.
Patterns for Zumm, Gali, Gali.
It is an F minor,
Listen to
yeah.
each pattern. Patterns for Zumm, Gali, Gali. Listen to each pattern and then echo using solfege. If you need extra time, press pause.
And that's your job, to press the
The
pause.
first pattern starts on
La. And they should sing la. And they should answer la, ti, do, ti, la. The answer is given to them. And they get to practice la, ti, do, ti, la, etc. Don't skip this. This is so, so important. And besides the fact, at the end of this little thing, there is a run-through of Zumm Gali. So I'm going to go ahead and so you can hear it. Somewhere around here. Here it comes. Now, I want the children to listen to this because I want them to figure out what's happening. For instance, the right hand starts with the melody, and the mi is played with the thumb. Now, I'm showing it to you, but please don't show the children this. I really want them to figure this out themselves. We are doing it in class as well. So also, you'll notice that in the chord, they're playing an F minor chord. La, do, mi. And they're pretty much using that chord throughout. Good. Now the left hand takes over the melody. Now the right hand's going to play chords. Now the chord they're using is a 1 chord, la, do, mi, and then they're going to a 4 chord, la, re, fa, and I'm using the F, the black B flat, and the black D flat, and they will be shown in class how to move from this to this with the right hand. So it's really important that they play the melody with the left hand. What's not important is where they place the notes. That is totally up to their taste. And then it goes back to the right hand playing the melody. Now 23 actually gives those patterns, and again, the pattern la, ti, do, ti, la is not the way you would play it in the Zumm Gali Gali, because it's la, ti, do, ti, la has 5 sounds, but Zumm, Gali, 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 Zumm has 8 sounds. So they have to figure out, well, where do I repeat a sound? And maybe I need to alter the pattern, but it's within that frame of la, ti, do, ti, la. And And so that's where their ear is coming in to figure it out. Please don't write it out in solfege. First of all, you may not be right, but secondly, I want them to struggle with this. I want them to figure it out. I want them to make the mistakes, and then I want them to get the aha moment when their ear says, oh, wait a minute, it's that way. All right, so very, very important that you do not figure it out for them. Please don't. All right, let's see, we go onward, and I have to go find the homework, which is somewhere. There it is. All right, and now we have a review of the Hungarian play tune. And I've added in black, because this is new, they can add chords. They can figure out their own chords. That's what I used. In the French song, I have never seen any child try to figure out chords, but you could. That they don't know. I mean, they can find chords. There's no wrong answer to this. But what I'm encouraging them to do is to add chords. Underneath that, you'll see that it says other piece, and it may be empty, or you may write in a piece that you know that they would enjoy working on. They don't have to put anything in there, but they could go to the end of the book, and there are some supplemental pieces. And today, we actually did sing, I got me a mule, and his name was Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal, which is a fun piece for them to do. I'm amazed always how that piece comes back. And then finally we have a duple rhythm with the rest, game 2 and 3. Last week we just did game 1, so here's a chance to play with those cards that they got last week. And then we go to complete page 16, duple rhythm composition. Let's go through it real quickly. So it's really, really simple. You're going to take out those duple rest cards that they fooled around in the oral skills. They choose 3 cards, arrange them for a composition, they chant it, and then they have to decide if they like it, and then they copy it. Now, don't rush through this. If they, I see so many kids, they just randomly put them down and copy them, but it's so much fun if they can chant it and actually make a decision. Oh, yeah, that's really nice versus, I don't like it. Because then at the very bottom, it says play your composition on a drum and sign their name, because they're doing a composition. So I consider this a very important copy, but also a thinking process. All right, that's it for this week. If you haven't already, sign up for the Practicia, and this assignment will be there as well, and then they can record their progress and send it to me.